Hey, welcome again to Great Lakes Preppers channel. I myself am Matt. I'm from my own YouTube channel called Fitness Simplified, where I just talk a lot of fitness and nutrition type stuff. So be sure to check out my channel. But I'm doing this video for Great Lakes Prepper, and it's basically going to be 10 reasons to prep your body. Okay, so many of his viewers are preppers or survivalists or something of that nature. Okay, and time and time again, you always see discussions about what to buy as far as the newest gun, knife, how much food are you storing, how much ammo, all sorts of preparations, bug out bags and stuff. And that stuff's all great, but we can get really carried away with all that stuff. And kind of forget about one of the most important aspects of prepping, and that is having a physically prepared, fit body. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the 10 top reasons to prep your body, okay, in no particular order. Okay, so number one, first of all, for any prepper, survivalist, you likely have a bug out plan. Maybe not. Maybe you plan on hanging out in wherever you're living right now because you're already off the grid or in a rural area. But you, in a survival situation, maybe something big happens when you're at work and all of a sudden your car won't start, or maybe there's traffic jams, there's no way you can get home in your car and you have to make it home 20 miles. Okay. The first reason I'm listing here is that you'll be able to walk further when you prep your body adequately, when you work out and get in better shape, lose weight. You can walk further, also you can carry more. So if you are bugging out, that could be the difference between a 30-pound bag and a 50-pound bag or what have you, which is a huge difference. Those of you that keep track of that stuff, an extra 20 pounds of gear, that might mean an extra 20 pounds of water, food. You can go that much further. Okay, so that's number one. Number two on my list, I got you'll be able to do more work. Okay, so in this day and age that we live in, with everything automated, electronics, gas, fuel, we have it pretty easy. Okay, and I know a lot of you guys, I'm sure, already do a lot of stuff yourself. You're less reliant on those things, but the reality is that 99% of us are still very reliant on this stuff. And when all of a sudden there's no electricity, there's no gas, there's no internet, any of that stuff, we're going to have to do a lot more work on our own. Okay, so I mean farming, doing fencing, haying. If you have a hay field, that gas for your tractor is only going to last so long. You're going to have to do it manually. There's a lot of work that you're going to have to do manually. Whatever that might be. It might be as simple as like digging latrines. It's going to require a lot of energy. Another reason to prep your body. Number three on my list, fight better. Okay, so a lot of preppers, people that are of the prepared mind, are always prepared for a fight. Whether that's a gunfight, knife fight, hand to hand. Maybe you guys are going all out and you're ready for a battle, like a head-to-head battle against some post-apocalyptic gang or clan or something. Whatever the case is, when your body is better fit, so I'm talking less body fat, bigger muscles, more endurance, that's the basics. You're going to be able to fight better, right? You'll be able to fight better without getting winded. When you're not winded, that means you have a more accurate shot. Overall, it's going to improve your fighting performance. Why do you think the Army or the Marines or any serious military force in the world, even police, although it might not always seem like it, have fitness standards? It's because it's super important to have any ability in fighting, in any type of fighting, really. Next on the list is kind of in the same vein. You'll be able to respond to stressful situations better, okay? So you guys have all heard that when you're in a stressful, maybe once-in-a-lifetime situation, such as in a gunfight or something, okay? Like you're a concealed carrier and you actually have to use your gun. You're always told that when you're in that situation, the adrenaline will be pumping through your body and you'll be able to feel your fingers, you'll lose manual dexterity, you'll be less coordinated and stuff. Exercise, your body goes through a lot of the same things as that. Maybe not to the same extent, but you're gonna be able to handle that adrenaline a lot better. You're going to be able to think clearer. You'll be able to actually act. When you work your body and stuff, you become more coordinated. You build like neural pathways so that you just don't freeze up. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5. Again, let's go back to the scenario that you are 20 miles from home. You're at work and you have to walk home, and you're out of shape. Let's say you have 30% body fat. You never work out besides maybe like lifting or something, but you never have any serious endurance work. That's going to be a shock to your body. Okay, so number 5 on the list is that it won't be as much of a shock if you prep your body. Yeah, maybe you'll make it home 20 miles. That's doable. You could walk that. But good luck doing anything else the rest of the week. And this is kind of a crucial time. That would be a crucial time for you to be able to do perform at your peak. And all of a sudden, your body's more or less in shock. Your muscles are sore. Your brain actually gets sore when your body gets sore. Or gets tired, fatigued. It's a real thing. And that happens when you aren't physically fit. Okay, so it's number 5 to prep your body. Number 6 on the list, this is kind of a no-brainer. And I wasn't sure if I should put this on there, but you know, we are preparing for anything, whether that's a small personal disaster in our lives, or like a worldwide like solar flare or nuclear apocalypse or something crazy like that. But the truth is, we all know that there's a chance that none of that could ever happen. We could go on to live our lives just like our parents did, just like our grandparents did, and die from natural causes. If you prep your body, get more physically fit, you're going to live longer. Even better than that, you're going to have a better quality of life, you know, so that when you're 70, when you're 80, you can still be doing some of the same things you're doing today, rather than living in a nursing home on a tank of oxygen with somebody else's heart beating in you because you wore your first one so quickly and you're going on your second one. It's on its way out. You know, if you can prep your body, get in better shape, you're going to live longer, you're going to enjoy your life better, and later in life, you're going to have much better quality of life, okay? Just so many benefits to it, even when you take away all this, like, preparedness stuff, okay? Next on the list, you're going to burn less calories, okay? And this one only is really significant if you're losing a lot of weight. So if you are 350 pounds, unless you're really tall, you're probably very overweight, okay? You probably carry a lot of body fat. And body fat is not going to use as much energy as muscle, okay? It's more or less inert, just kind of sitting there. But you know as well as I do that if you're going to maintain that body weight, 350 pounds, you still need to take in a lot of calories. You know, I don't know how much, honestly, 3,500 calories. It depends on your activity level and stuff. But it's going to take you, it's going to require a lot of calories to keep that going. Not to mention you're carrying around that extra fat, and that's going to take a lot of calories for your muscles to, you know, just help you stand up or walk around or whatever. Okay, next on the list I have prevent injury. Okay, so again, this is kind of preparedness related and not. So maybe you're a warehouse worker. If you're working out on your off time, let's say you rarely lift at your job, but you do lift sometimes, twice, 3 times a day, you're lifting heavy objects. If you're not in shape, you're putting yourself at serious risk for something like a back injury or something, you know. And then if you go towards like the preparedness mind, if you're gonna think that you're gonna be fine, but not in shape injury-wise, understand that you're already gonna be going through a lot of stress. You're probably be doing more physical activity than you have done in years, okay? And that's going to put a lot of stress on your muscles. Your muscles are going to get tired, and what happens when your muscles get tired? You are more likely to get injured, okay? So it might sound lame, like maybe you think the greatest risk to you in a post-apocalyptic world would be like some sort of a disease or getting shot or starvation, but it might be something as simple as breaking your ankle. And all of a sudden you can't do anything, you can't support your family, you can't support yourself. That's kind of a big deal, right? Absolutely, when you are in better shape, you're preventing a future injury, whether we're talking in some sort of SHTF scenario or just in normal life. You're going to prevent injury. And when injuries happen, that's when you really see quality of life decline, and you know, you see it even today. If you're 70 years old, you break your hip, I'm sorry to say, but your chances of surviving are not that great another 5 years, you know, just because your activity level and everything decreases so much when something serious like that happens. Now imagine if you're in a post-apocalyptic world, you break your hip, you're done, okay? You're done. I mean, your odds of survival are slim to none. Okay, next on the list, intimidation. Okay, so I like to think of The Walking Dead when I think of this. Shane, okay, from the early seasons. Shane is this big, muscular guy who, by the way, in a situation like that, there's no way he could keep on muscle that easily unless he was doing some serious lifting, which would be a waste of calories and time, and I doubt he would have. But anyways, just to show, he is big and strong and muscular, and he's not a guy that you want to mess with, okay? Even if that much muscular strength isn't going to help you much in a gunfight, it's still sort of like an intimidation factor, okay? And the same applies for even more so for like a fist fight or hand-to-hand combat. Being better physically fit makes you look more intimidating. And I'm not just talking huge muscles, okay? You see like somebody that's just lean in general is probably going to be a little more intimidating than somebody that's huffing and puffing as they're, you know, walking. It's just a simple fact of the matter. I'm not trying to be mean or blunt. That's just how it is. So that's another reason to prep your body, lose body fat, work on muscle, and work on your endurance. And finally, this is number 10, and this is just kind of something I threw in there because it's affected me. When you lose weight and get in better shape, it makes it easier to conceal carry. I don't know how many of you guys conceal carry on a regular basis. I know concealed carry and preppers seem to go hand in hand a lot of times, not always. But some people will say like, yeah, if you're big, you probably have pretty loose clothing, so it's going to be easy to conceal carry. But if you don't have, if you had as tight of clothing as somebody that's, you know, at a healthy weight, it's going to be a lot harder for you. What I'm saying is when you weigh less, and you have the same size clothes, it's going to be easier for you to conceal a handgun on your person. Or at least that's what I find. Maybe not in your experience. That's what I find, especially when it comes to like right around the hip, because then you don't have to worry about like the love handles, or like appendix carry, because you don't have that beer gut that's kind of preventing your gun from going there. It makes a big difference for concealed carry. But these are my 10 reasons to prep your body. Again, we always talk about all the latest gear, putting all the preparation in place, having plans and stuff, but sometimes we forget the basics of basically keeping in shape. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my channel, Fitness Simplified. I'd love to have you guys on board and subscribe. I know Great Lakes Prepper has like 1,000 some subscribers as the making of this video, and I'd love to have you guys on board. And be sure to subscribe to Great Lakes Prepper if you haven't already. And thank you for watching this video.